So we've got another horse here that we can use as an example. So different breed, she's a Born Blood Cross and is 5. So first thing I'm going to do is just have a look at her from a bit of a distance. I can't see her ribs, so automatically I'm going to put her in a condition score of 5 or above. So I'm going to come up to her neck and have a feel along here. So make sure you get under their mane as well. So I can feel a little bit of fat deposits there, but not excessive. Then I'm going to come down into her wither, a little bit more pronounced than the previous horse, and that really is just a breed difference. So again, I'm feeling for the amount of fat coverage around the bone there. She's going to move. That's all right. Again, so I can feel a little bit of fat depositing along there, but again, not excessive. So looking at her back, it's fairly flat. So again, that indicates to me that she is around a condition score of 5. So nice and flat, and here I can just feel a bit of fat deposit there, but again, it's not excessive. So moving along to her back is actually quite flat. So you'll see there isn't a negative crease, so that more of that triangle shape where you can see the bones, but it's also not in a positive crease either. So that's quite ideal, but again, it is breed dependent. So again, that indicates to me that she is in around a body condition score of 5. And then you're going to come down to the tail head. So again, she's quite well rounded here, and I can feel some fat deposit all along here as well, but again, not an excessive amount. Then we'll come up to her shoulder, looking here. So she does have a bit of a fat deposit here, which is good. That again indicates that she's around a 5. Again, not excessive. I'm just going to turn around here and feel her ribs. So again, I can feel those. I do have to press a little bit harder, so that may indicate that she's a higher body condition score. But overall, I would put her at a 5, based on the general fat cover that she has and it not being excessive. So we thought we'd give you an example of an aged horse as well. So this is a 28-year-old Arabian riding pony. And so the reason we thought we'd body condition score him as well is because it's really important to be checking the condition score of our older horses, particularly coming into winter. And they can be a little bit different to condition score as well, especially if they're not in work. So to start off with, I'm just going to move back a little bit, have a look at him in general. I can't see his ribs, so that's going to indicate to me that he's a body condition score of 5 or above. Next, I'm going to feel along his neck and see if I can feel any fatty deposits along there. So I can feel some fat deposits along there, and particularly in smaller horses, they do tend to deposit more fat along their neck, so that's something to keep in mind as well. I'm going to come down to his wither. This is a lot more pronounced than the other horses that we've looked at, so you can feel his bone a fair bit, but the rest of it is quite well covered around with some fat there as well. So I'm going to move down into his back now as well. So again, we're looking for if there's a positive or negative crease, or if their back is flat. So it may look like his back is a little bit swayed. That will mainly be because of age and the fact that he's not really in much work. But when you actually look at his back here, it is flat. So that kind of indicates to me, again, that he's about a condition score of 5. Going to also feel for any fatty deposits along there, and there is some fat deposit along there. I can feel that little bit of sponginess there. Going to move down into his tail head next. Again, quite well rounded. We're not having that kind of triangle shape in his rump. And there is some spongy fat deposited along there, which is what I would like to see in an aged horse in particular. Next, we'll kind of move up into his shoulder. So again, we're looking for this fat deposit behind here. Again, this is the spongiest part and softest part of the fat deposits of the 6. So a good fat deposit there, so some good energy stores coming into winter. I'm going to turn around and feel his ribs. So his ribs I can feel quite easily. compared to the other horses that we've looked at. So that would kind of again indicate to me around a body condition score of 5 as well. So overall, I'd give him a condition score of 5. But being an aged horse and being able to feel his ribs quite easily, he's one that I would definitely be monitoring throughout winter, just to make sure that he's not not losing any weight when it gets cold. Here at Prides, we hope that this is something that you found really helpful and something that you can apply to your own horses. So body condition scoring is a really effective and useful tool that you can use to assess where your horse is at nutritionally and where they're at with their exercise program, and if you need to make changes to that. It's also really important to be condition scoring your horses coming into winter as well, so they can be more likely to drop weight. So yeah, it's really important to be taking your horses' rugs off every couple of weeks if you do have them rugged, and just checking where they're at condition wise, and make sure they're not dropping weight or putting too much weight on. If you have any questions about body condition scoring or feeding your horse, please feel free to get in contact with us and we'll be more than happy to help.